Hey guys, in today's video, I am going to be sharing a comparison between Smile Direct and Invisalign. I'm gonna give you all the details, all the pros and the cons, so that you can decide which route is going to work for you. Now, unfortunately, I have done both now and I'm on Invisalign now. I'm almost done. I've been so excited to film this video because I was looking for something like this when I was making my decision, and I feel like it would have helped me save money and not have to repeat the process both times. So about 3 years ago, maybe like 3.5 years ago, I had a coworker who had a really great success using Smile Direct. It was easy, you didn't have to go to the doctor, and that really is what kind of attracted me to the whole process. So I did have braces as a kid, and I did wear a retainer for a while. Probably up until like 15 years ago, I diligently wore my retainer, but I always had this one tooth on the bottom that was starting to pop, and it started to bother me because I was getting pain in my bottom teeth. I just felt like it was very crammed. I was getting cavities in between my bottom teeth, and I knew it was something that I wanted to get corrected sooner than later. So that's why I chose Smile Direct Club. I didn't do a ton of research. I just knew that it was cheaper. I didn't have to go to the doctor. It was kind of like a DIY, and that's what drew me in. Knowing what I know now, I would have gone a totally different route. So let's talk about Smile Direct first. I'll go over what they give you, the procedure, the cost, all that good stuff. I'm in New Jersey, so I assume that prices are gonna vary state to state. So the first step is you fill out an application online, you go through, you kind of select what your issues are, and they determine whether or not you're a candidate for the most part. As long as it's not something major, like you need teeth removed or anything like that, you're gonna be a candidate. So you have two options. You can either go into a center where they virtually scan your teeth with like a 3D scanner, and then they send you the aligners that you're gonna need. They'll determine how many aligners you're gonna need, so how long the treatment plan is gonna be, or they will send you the mold and you do it yourself at home. I was not comfortable doing that. I had a friend who did it and said it was kind of messy. Then they ended up having to go in and have it done at a center anyway, but if you don't have a center close to you, then I could see why that would be convenient. So this is a little dusty. I should have cleaned it first, but I had it hidden away. So you get a very big box in the mail, and it comes, just lift it open, and out comes all of your aligners in here. I saved a bunch so I can show you, but it comes in this really big kit. There's a really nice lip balm that I'm obsessed with. It comes with a whitening kit that works really good. I'll show you here in a minute. I have it taken out. A smile stretcher, a little tool that helps you get the aligners in and out that I will show you in a minute. So here is the Bright On. It works really, really good. I think this is a nice bonus that they give you. It's something that Invisalign doesn't give you, so I'm happy to have this. So it's basically an LED lightning kit, and it comes with pens, and they give you like 4 refills, which is awesome. You just plug it in to the wall, hold it on, put the gel in, hold it on for like 5 minutes, and you're done. So I'm excited to use this. I'm gonna wait until I'm done. So they give you directions, of course, and then they also give you a few Bright On backup pens, which is great. You can also order this stuff like on their site. I've even seen like their lip balm selling on Amazon. Literally, people rave about this. This is, I'm not even kidding you, the best lip balm I've ever used. They give you 2 of these in the package. Mine's like done. It's so moisturizing. It's almost like a cocoa butter. It's literally the best lip balm I've ever used. So I think it's worth it just for that. So this is an example of how the aligners come out of the package. Mine was about 6 months total. I made it to the almost 4-month mark before I quit doing Smile Direct. And don't worry, I'm gonna give you a close-up of the aligners of both and show you what the difference is and all that good stuff, so stay tuned. So this is a little device that they use. It helps you pop the aligners in and out. So this is for the bottom, it pops out, and then you can pull it down, which is nice because then you're not having to put your fingers in your mouth and kind of mess with it. And then you can just sanitize this, and it works awesome. I use this to this day for my Invisalign, so this is something really, really nice. Another thing they give you is a smile stretcher. So basically, like every month or so, depending on what your treatment protocol is, you would put this in your mouth. It's gonna stretch your gums real big and so that they can see all your teeth. It's gonna take a picture, you're gonna submit the pictures in, and the doctor that's overlooking your case is going to make any adjustments where needed and that kind of thing. Didn't love this part at all. All right, so let's talk pros and cons. So pros are the price. It was about almost $2,000 that I paid. You could also do monthly payment plans, which is great. The convenience of more of a like do-it-yourself was nice for some people. It's good for others, it's not great. For someone like myself, it's not great. You have to be careful because, and I've read reviews, it starts to move your jaw in a way that is not great. So that was the main reason why I decided to discontinue, is because it was causing my jaw to almost like stick out more or have like an overbite to try to get this bottom tooth in to kind of, I guess, overcompensate. And I was having issues with like pain and stuff like that. So that kind of freaked me out and is what made me go to a consult with my dentist, who also does Invisalign, and he was able to look at my teeth and tell me what was going on. He told me to immediately stop it, and that if I was gonna do anything, do Invisalign so that he could oversee it. I would come in like every month or so and he could make sure everything was good. There was no issues, you weren't getting any cavities and all that good stuff. So that is ultimately why I decided to stop, because the way my bite was, it was starting to cause pain. And also the retainer itself, I would notice like every time I would put it in, especially on the bottom teeth, it would start to buckle. So let me explain to you what I mean by that. So this is one of the last sets. Hopefully you can see that. It's nice and straight. So this is how it was supposed to end up, right? So when I would put it in on this side, I hope you can see this, right where my one tooth was, the retainer, because it's flimsy, it would start to buckle. So then it was like giving, and it wasn't even giving any of that pressure. With Invisalign, none of my retainers did that at all. Never buckled. It's a completely different type of plastic. It's a lot less flimsy. I'll open up my last set of retainers. This is 14 of 14, which I'm gonna be changing tomorrow. That's why I needed to hurry up and do this video, because I didn't want to show you my dirty, gross retainers. So let me just pull it out and show you a quick side by side. And hopefully you can get a good picture of the difference in the material. So this is Invisalign. Give you a nice close up. Less cloudy, more strong, more sturdy, like you can feel it. This is Smile Direct, a lot more ridges, much more flimsy. It's just not as, it's not as robust. It's just, you can tell it's not as nice. Not to say it doesn't work for some people, because it absolutely does, but this is just to help you determine what's gonna work for you. So I'm trying to give you that answer here. No issues with these liners. I'm gonna get into Invisalign in the second part of this video, and then we'll go more into it. Okay, so I went over pretty much all of the cons of Smile Direct. You're not having a dentist look at your mouth, make sure everything is going as so, which could help avoid any potential damage that you are doing to your teeth, and you don't wanna have to go back in and correct that damage, which is what I am doing now. So, and it will save you a lot of money. So do I think it's right for some people? Absolutely. I think you just have to do your research and take in consideration like the pros and cons and your different mouth concerns and what you're looking to achieve from your result. Now I'm getting way better results with Invisalign than I was with Smile Direct, because the buckling, like my teeth weren't even moving, because every time I put the retainer in, it would buckle. So as far as wear time, both of them are about the same. It's like 22 hours a day. You try to wear it as much as you can. Obviously, if I'm being perfectly honest, like I'm just gonna say it. So in the beginning with both of them, I was really good. That's my main things. I like to drink coffee. I like to drink diet soda. I like to snack, and to have them in constantly and be dealing with taking them out and brushing them and this and that, I wasn't the best at it. So if I'm being perfectly honest, I wear my Invisalign probably 16 to 18 hours a day. If I'm being perfectly honest, I know that's not great. I was better about it in the first half of it, and then I just started to get lazy. And I will say that there's definitely more tightness at night, but I'm still getting good results and everything is still going great. So I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying I feel like it still will work. I did definitely get like one really loose tooth. This This one, I hate like touching my mouth on camera, but that tooth got real loose. I went to the doctor right away. He said it was totally normal. He said in about 8 weeks, the bone will harden around it. That tooth is tight. It definitely scared me. I thought for a minute my tooth was gonna fall out just because they were so tight, but this was in the beginning and it was totally fine. So like in a situation like that, when you're using Smile Direct and your teeth are feeling really wiggly, it's tough because you can't go in and say, is this normal? Or is this something that I should be concerned about? So those are just some of the differences. And the price difference, which I know you guys want to know. So Invisalign in New Jersey at my dentist costs $49.62. So the price difference is definitely there. We're talking like about $2,000 and about $5,000. So you're paying, but you're getting a better result. You're getting that treatment and it's more of an investment. You can totally do payment plans. My dentist specifically offered care credit. I feel like most dentists do this day and age. And that's a nice option if you didn't want to pay all that money out front. So depending on where you live and who you go to, it's definitely going to be maybe more expensive or less expensive. But I think it's totally worth it. And my only hang up here is like, oh, I spent all this money for nothing with Smile Direct. Could it have worked? It may have worked. I didn't let it go long enough. The issues that I started to have was just not, I wasn't able to go past that threshold to see. I didn't want to do any more damage, which I felt like I was doing damage to my teeth. So, but I do, like I said, I have a coworker, I have a friend that did the Smile Direct and they were totally happy with the results. But then I also know a lot of people that did Invisalign and they're really happy with it too. One thing that you're gonna get with Invisalign, I feel like most people get, they're like these little nodules. It's basically like, I will zoom in here so you can see it, but they're definitely stained. I'm just gonna warn you, I drink a lot of coffee, so they got stained. And they're like these little bondings that they put on your teeth. And what happens is the retainers, I'll show you like an up close one. Can you see those little like nodules on it? I hope you can see it. Sometimes it's hard in the camera. Can you see those little bumps? So those are, when you put it in, it clicks in, and I'll just do it for you on camera. I hate doing this, especially with my lipstick on. So I'm gonna put it in so you can hear it click. So you grab it, okay? You hear that click? It's securing it and it's clicking it into place. I'll do the top two and then I'll talk so you can see the difference with like how I'm talking. Quick heads up, if you hear screaming in the background, my kids are out on the trampoline. We are actually quarantining right now. My husband unfortunately got COVID, but we are on our last day of quarantine. So excited to get back to normal. But so I'm talking, you can hear me talking. There's definitely a little bit of a lisp. It gets better, but I'll never say that it goes away. Like you can definitely feel like you have something in your mouth. So I'm gonna smile for you and I have lipstick on. Normally I'll just do like a lip liner and a chapstick when I'm wearing my Invisalign, but I just wanna show you like how it looks. So I'm gonna take it out now and I'm gonna use this so you can see how it works. So you just go like that, hook it in the back of your mouth and it just pulls it out, nice and simple. I'll spare you doing it on the bottom because it's gross. So my treatment plan, the duration is about the same with Invisalign than it was with Smile Direct. So about 6 months. I am about to start week 14 of 14. Then once I'm done, I go into the doctor, they do an evaluation. They figure out like, okay, are you happy with this? Do you want some tweaking? What's going on? And then also once you're happy with it, you get fitted for a retainer. I am going to go with the bar this time. So they basically cement it to the back of your teeth in here and it'll just be like a bar and it'll help it from moving. It's something that's gonna be in your mouth 24/7. This is something that I begged my orthodontist for in 8th grade. This was a long time ago and I begged him for it. I had friends that had the bar and guess what? He said, nope, I don't do that. And I have friends that still have the bar and their teeth look good. My wisdom teeth came in, they crowded my mouth in high school. I had them pulled and it definitely caused some shifting. Most people I know that did have braces, they definitely had shifting into their adulthood. So it is what it is, but it's fixed now and it's totally what you're comfortable with. I think that sometimes crooked teeth gives character, a little spacing, whatever you want. But for me, it was just causing pain and crowding and it was bothering me. So I chose to fix it. Trying to think what else I can tell you about Smile Direct. Leave comments down below, leave any questions you have, leave any comments if you've been in this boat, leave tips for other people. So it can kind of be like a resource library where other people can look in the comments and they can see, you know, other people's experiences. So let's try to help each other. And another thing I thought was interesting is that I heard that Invisalign bought Smile Direct Club. I don't really know. I heard that their plastics that they use on the retainer, that's like their big selling line, are exactly the same. Maybe they're the same material or component. They're not, it's not a like for like. It's just not. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. You may see that. It's not a like for like. End of story. Okay, so let's go into Invisalign now. Very different packaging. The packaging that I got is much smaller. This is what I got. Cute little bag. Inside the bag, similar type of lip, and it says made to move. In the bag came just a little circle storage case, which I have in my purse downstairs. I'm not gonna get it because then I'll disrupt the kids and they'll come back up here. And some cleaning crystals. And I'll talk about cleaning and all that too in a little bit. So they gave you some cleaning crystals, which was nice. But that's it, that's all they gave you. At least that's all they gave me at my dentist. And then they would give me like 3 aligners at a time. So they would hand you 3 aligners at a time and then you would come back, they would do the evaluation, see how things are going, answer any of your questions, and then give you a few more retainers. So here's my last one. It's at 14 of 14, super easy. Comes in a little plastic bag, very similar to like a Ziploc, and then you can secure it. And that's it, just real simple. Very similar to how the Smile Direct one comes, except it's thinner packaging. Doesn't have the secure thing, but it says like month 5, week 3, 4. So interesting thing with Smile Direct is that sometimes you wore an aligner for a week and sometimes you wore it for 2 weeks. That became a lot for me because I feel like most of the time I was wearing it for a week at a time and then I was switching. With Invisalign, in my case, it was always every 2 weeks. So I found that to be a little easier, a little bit more manageable. You'd wear them for 2 weeks and you'd switch. Another thing that's really nice is something happened to your aligner, say it got ruined, it got cracked. Oh, I'll talk about cracking in a minute because that's something that I should have covered with Smile Direct. If you lost it, if your dog ate it, if your kid threw it out, whatever, you call your dentist, boom, they'll have it ordered. It comes with it, it's free, no worries. I've had that happen maybe once, but always save your week prior. So cracking, I haven't had any issues with cracking with Invisalign. However, with Smile Direct, I absolutely have 100% had issues with cracking. Specifically like in the front, it would slit, and in the back. And that's another thing. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. This is just, the quality was not there for me. Sorry, it's just you get what you pay for kind of thing. Not that it's not a good option for some people, absolutely. But for me, Invisalign was the better route. So I will talk about the little nodules. Annoying on your teeth at first, you get used to them. It's gonna be weird when he files them down and removes them. It's gonna feel like if you had braces and they take them off, you know, your teeth kind of feel like very like smooth and slimy. I'm sure that it will kind of feel like that. Now, most of the ones that I had inserted are on my back molars and then like the, what are these called? Like the incisors and in the back. And then the top or the front 4 and the bottom 4 were spared. So they're not there. Like people can see them, especially since they've started to stain over time. What I will say is that I had a couple on the bottom molar. They kept on popping off. It was really annoying. I had to keep on going back. And so what they do is they put the bonding on, they snap the retainer in, and then they use a UV light and it kind of like just makes it stick to your teeth. Super cool. And then they pop the retainer off. So that's how everything aligns. But it's not that big of a deal. My dentist is literally around the corner from me. I can understand if your dentist is like 20, 30 minutes away, it's gonna get annoying to have to keep going. But again, it's what you're willing to sacrifice. The cost was almost $5,000. Again, you can do the care credit. What else? Pain-wise, the first time I put them in, Definitely a little painful, especially when you snap in your new retainer for that night. But what I would recommend is when you change out your retainer for like the next set that you're gonna switch, do it before bed, take a little Advil, it will help. I don't even think I really had to do that. Nothing was too bad. The only thing that really scared me is I had this one molar that I mentioned before, got really wiggly, but it was great because I was able to run over to the doctor and he let me know it was fine. Let's see. All right, let's talk about some of the annoying things with Invisalign that may deter someone from doing it. You need to keep it in, like they say 20, my dentist said 22 hours a day. So basically you eat your meal, you go brush, you put it in. It's brushing, it's flossing, it's brushing, it's flossing. I haven't had any cavities thus far, which I'm very fortunate about. Could I have been better about things? Yes, I definitely could have been better about things, but we all do the best we can. So those are the main things that are super annoying. Another thing is like, if you like to drink coffee, you have to drink your coffee really quick. You gotta go brush and then you put them in. You don't wanna drink coffee. I will tell you that I've done it. You don't wanna drink coffee with the retainers in because it's disgusting. Try it once for yourself if you want to. Try it with a straw. It's gross. Like you'll know right away like, ugh, this is nasty because it like gets stuck in them. And then you can pull them out and you can put it, I'll show you how I clean them and all that. But it's gross and it stains them and it stains your teeth. So I am definitely going to have to be doing some serious whitening. I'll show you, I will get some pictures of my teeth like from a while ago so you can see the color, you can see how they used to look and you can compare them, but they're definitely way more yellow now. But it's temporary because once I'm done with this whole process, you can even put like the bleach in the retainer. Like whitening toothpaste is what the dental hygienist said. She said, put a little bit of like Crest 3D White or Colgate 3D White like in the liner, put it in your mouth, jump in the shower for like 10 minutes, take it out. It'll really help with the whitening. If you have sensitive teeth, I don't know that I would recommend doing that. I have very sensitive teeth, specifically on the bottom. So I feel like every time I do whiten that way, it definitely makes my teeth more sensitive. So I might just let the dentist handle it, but I am gonna do the Smile On whitener that Smile Direct gave me, like the LED brightener thing. Other brands make that too, so you could try it that way. What else? So we talked about food and drink. Try the coffee out of the straw. You let me know how it goes. Definitely tried it. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't. It's gross. So if you're a big coffee drinker, that's gonna definitely cause a toll on this. I still like to drink like 2 cups and then you gotta scrub and you put it back in. And that's part of the reason why mine have only been like 16, 18 hours is probably because of the amount I snack. Let me know down below in the comments. I think some people want to know like, when did you start seeing some results? I would say like after the first couple of months, I even noticed like my teeth shifting and I was really happy. And once you see those like little wins or those little results, it makes you want to keep going with it. Like it gets you excited for the end of the road. It is long. It's a long journey. I cannot wait to be done and have my teeth back. Let's see, lipstick and makeup. It's out when you have them on, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that I would recommend, and I've done a video on this, is lip liner with like clear gloss over it and it won't transfer. Even like a matte liquid lip or something like that. You're not gonna be wearing lipstick for a while because it's just gonna get everywhere. So if you're interested, I did make, I think like a YouTube short on that somewhere in my videos. I'll link it down below and I'll link everything that I found that's helpful. Okay, let's talk cleaning. I forgot about that. So my dentist was nice enough to give me like a denture case. So what I do is I just put them in the morning and then I use a denture tab, pop the tab in, fill it with like warm water. You don't want to use hot water because that's gonna mess with, it can totally even change the shape of the aligner and cause the plastic to break down. I shut it and after like a few minutes, it's good to go. You can also just use soap and water. Some people use mouthwash. I probably wouldn't use the blue mouthwash because it will definitely stain them. But even like the denture cleaner, they have ones that are good for like antibacterial, anti-staining. So that's what I've been using and that's what works good for me. I wouldn't say you necessarily need to buy the specific little crystal cleaners that come with the Invisalign. You're gonna spend a lot of money. So a little soap and water, a little like clear mouthwash or the denture cleaner works perfect. Let me think. I don't think I have anything else. So comment down below, Let me know your questions. I am not a dentist, so this is just my personal experience. I hope it helps you make a decision and save some money, do it right the first time, or determine whether or not you even want to go through this process. So I will see you guys next week. Bye guys.